miss me?
I missed you,
You
so
did miss
much.
me. Oh, you missed me that way. I missed you too. Come here, man.
This is awesome.
Missed you too.
We have been gone for a while.
It's been a little while.
We have taken a hiatus. But
it wasn't necessarily an intentional hiatus.
No, it was a good hiatus.
Excuse me.
I'm so proud that my partner here, he got a new job. Well, returning to a job. And he's in a better position to take care of him and his family. I couldn't be more happy and proud of you, man.
And looks like you got some good stuff while I'm gone. By the way, before we get started, shout out to this guy right here. He's got the War Room going on Wednesdays. He has interviewed Vampiro, Tim Storm, Nick Aldis, Dave Christ, and everybody else that you can think of right now. I've got a surprise one in the works from my own self, but shout out to this guy. He has been keeping WRS alive while I've been slaving away and making the money.
Yeah. Look, I love it. I can't believe we took so long to pull the trigger on the Facebook page. It's been an overnight success.
I can't believe the people that you've got.
I'm very, very fortunate. I'm very lucky. Hard work pays off, but if you guys were to see my email inbox, I've interviewed 4 or 5 wrestlers now, but I've probably sent out well over 300 emails.
Yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot.
But let's get to why you all are here.
So you've already done an unboxing.
I have.
You've already showed this beauty off. That's why there's no hiding them. We brought them out. We whipped out some of the preciouses.
And I mean, let's be honest. If they can read the description right there, they already know what it is.
They already know. So we're not going to keep you, they're already here. Ogle them while we talk. We're not the eye candy. This is the eye candy. So ogle it out and let's hear the story on how you got this beauty.
So I can't remember exactly how long ago it was. Excuse me. I don't remember exactly how long ago it was, but I had messaged a few friends, and I was like, hey, a few of the belt makers and stuff, they're representatives. I was like, hey, do you got anything on hand? And there was one belt that Eddie had on hand. However, it didn't have the dual plating like I wanted. So I passed on that. And our good friend, Stephen Hammer, I was talking to him, and he said, hey, my girlfriend actually got me a Smoking Skull Championship for my birthday. And if you guys haven't seen his review of the Smoking Skull Championship, it is one of the...
Check out Stephen Hammer. I don't know if it's still Stephen Hammer Magic or just Stephen Hammer now. Go into
We'll post a link in the description.
Or go to WRS on Facebook. Stephen is in there, and Stephen is a regular poster.
Absolutely.
So just shout him out. He'll tell you how to get it.
He told me that he was getting a Smoking Skull Championship for his birthday that his girlfriend had got for him. And he said that...
Shout out to Nicole, by the way.
Absolutely. He said that his maker was sending him 2, and he asked me if I'd be interested in it. And
Wait, he didn't ask me.
That's how I got
I didn't ask you and not ask... Steven, you got some splaining to do. Oh, yeah, I already got one.
Well, in Steven's defense, I went to him first, striking up a conversation, which led to belt talk. Which
so
led
it's
to
not that he came to you. You weaseled your way in. You didn't
we struck up a conversation, and it always comes back to belts and wrestling with us, but... he told me that he was getting the silver one, which is absolutely beautiful.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
It's amazing. So he asked me if I'd be interested in this one. I said absolutely. I tried to keep it a secret from my wife, Ashley, because Stone Cold was one of her favorites. And I knew she'd really like having this belt in her collection. And I'm so thankful Stephen Hammer turned me on to it, and I'm so thankful I have it.
So who picked up the belt from the mailman?
The belt arrived when I was at work. So
Ashley did.
I think Hunter did.
Okay, I gotta ask, did the glass break when the box handed over?
It did in my mind. Okay. The whole time I'm driving home from work, I couldn't quit thinking about it. And
you posted the box in our group, and
yeah,
I was excited for you, man.
Ashley sent me a picture of the box. It just got delivered, and
and you texted back, you tease.
I posted it, and I'm still this is one of the only belts that stays in my room because I just love looking at it.
Yeah. So I mean, if here's the deal. So we were both. You went down the bootleg route first.
Yep.
I followed, and we found a couple of makers that we really like.
Absolutely.
I found one. I'm sticking with one. You're a connoisseur. You kind of want to go around. You want to sample a little bit of everything, providing it looks like good quality.
Well, we both have that same maker or representative of the maker, and we're amazing work, great quality. But I really trusted
build that you've got from this guy.
Yes, I really trusted Not to say I didn't trust the maker, I just didn't know him.
Yeah.
I trusted Stephen Hammer.
Yeah.
And Stephen Hammer said, look, man, it's going to be absolutely amazing. I said, Hammer, I trust you. I sent him a deposit on it. And, yeah, belt got here very shortly after.
So the first belt you got from this maker was a 24/7 title. And we both felt we've had so much fun with that belt.
Oh, amazing times.
So after seeing that belt, I think we both knew, especially when you ordered it and then when you told me that you were getting it from this maker, he's going to hit it out of the park.
Absolutely. I saw the plates. The only thing that was left to question was the leather.
Yeah.
But the leather strap on that 24/7, I knew he was going to do great things with it, and he absolutely did.
So Kevin asked me to bring over my Smoking Skull, and the reason we wanted to bring this over, we want to do a little comparison. So I've got no complaints, for the most part, on WWE Shop belts. No complaints. I mean, no matter what, they're great display pieces. They cost a little bit more, but, I mean, you've got an authentic WWE Shop replica right here. Now, the downsides for this belt, I mean, it's a simulated leather strap, so it's going to be a lot stiffer. It's going to be, you know, it's kind of going to hold its position whenever you put it up on display. Once you take the snaps off, there's not much give to that because of the simulated leather strap. Another downside to this Smoking Skull, to the WWE Shop Smoking Skull, is you're only going to get the WWE logo on it. One more thing, and now that they've actually rectified this, I saw you post in your unboxing, this is a 2mm. Yes, it is a 2mm, but now with the Smoking Skull, they sell the 5mm.
They do.
Which is going to be a lot thicker. The downside of this belt in particular, the 2mm, it is just, it's a mirror. I mean, you've got your etching, very, very shallow etching, but you can see everything reflected in this belt. It's also a fingerprint magnet, and I haven't looked at this one enough to see if it is or not, but
it has its spots, like the big open place in the skull.
Yeah.
It does tend to be a fingerprint magnet, but with all the contrast on the plate, and we're going to get into that in just a second, it hides some of the fingerprints a little bit better than this one does.
Definitely.
But there are some places, but you're going to have that with any belt you have.
Now, when you look at this belt looks to be a little bit bigger than this one. I promise you, they're probably about the same size. The reason this is probably a little bit higher is because of this simulated strap. You see there's no give down here. When it sits upright. There's no flex in the strap. So this is going to flex a little bit more. With this one, you see you got the WWF logo. You've got, and if you don't mind,
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
You straighten this out. So let me do this first. If you lay this out just like this, you've got a straight pancake. I mean, there's no curvature to it at all.
You have dimension.
You look at this, look at the curve right there. This is a slight curve compared to some belts, but to me, this is perfect. To me, I mean, I can go all the way up, you know, past the fingers, and don't say what I think you're going to say, but I can put my hand up underneath this curve. To me, that's perfect. Now, I'm a big guy, so I'm probably not going to be able to wear it, but you know what? I don't really mind. I've always loved putting it over your shoulder and doing your thing.
You know, fun fact, the belt being over the shoulder had a lot to do with why this belt came to be.
Yeah.
So in 1998, Stone Cold Steve Austin had the Big Eagle Championship, and the reason he wanted to go with something like this was one night when he was holding it over his shoulder, he gave a stunner to Vince McMahon, and the belt actually jabbed him in the neck. This led to a backstage conversation between him and the Road Warriors, and they said, you know what, Stone Cold, you need your own belt. So Stone Cold went out on his own to Jamar at the time, and he got his own custom championship. This was the first time we'd ever seen a custom championship of its kind.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Jamar actually made two. He made a silver one, which stayed in Stone Cold's private collection, and the gold one that's on TV. Once again, Stephen Hammer has a beautiful silver one. You guys really need to go check. If you don't go check out his silver one, you're really doing yourself an injustice because it is an amazing belt.
Yeah. So upon actually looking at these two side by side, this belt has absolutely no tooling in it. Has absolutely no clamshell. Has absolutely nothing. This is like your old late 90s to mid 2000s belt, to where there is absolutely they were just plain straps. They had nothing on them. I'd have to go back and actually look at the Smoking Skull to see if this leather cut is right, but there's detail. You have your tooling in the snap box. You have your clamshell tooling. You actually have a leather cut. It's not like this to where it's just a gradual.
Another thing I like about this strap while we're talking about it is with the WWE Shop, you get this, and Wayne's going to do his magic and he's going to show close-ups, but if you pay attention to the very ends of the belt, the WWE Shop has a rounded finish to where this one has that square finish, that box finish, and I really like that. I love the square finish to it.
Yeah. So the one thing I do like, I think, with this belt, with the shop belt over this, and it's a small thing. I mean, to me, it's a nitpick. I think I like the barbed wire a little bit, the detail in that more than I do this one. But it's not really that big of a deal. Right here, these kind of look like turtles with their feet sticking out and their arms sticking out.
Yeah.
To me, that's not that big of a deal, though. You know, a lot of people, we have at least one person in the group that is 100% accuracy. Everything has got to be 100% TV accurate. When you look at this belt, you're not going to nitpick it like this when you hold it, unless you're one of those people. To me, I look at this belt, this is perfect. It's a Smoking Skull, it's got a curve, it's thick plates, it's got the WWF logo.
And I tell you what I really,
this does it.
I tell you what I really like about this one, as opposed to the WWE Shop, which before I ever had this one, I told Wayne how much I like this one, and I'm not, no matter which one you have, I'm not knocking either one, I'm just giving you my opinion. Yeah. On the main plate, if you look at the one from the WWE Shop, going across it, it's dang near flat as a board. To where when you look at this one, the snakes are raised, the skull is raised, the letters are raised. There's dimension to it. You can see the 3D effect to it.
That's one thing I was going to definitely bring up. Glad you did. I love the detail. I'm a contrast guy too. I don't preach it to the rooftops like you, but I do love a good contrast. There's no detail. You basically have a mirror that's been, basically you have pencils drew into a mirror, and that's what you get. Here, aside from maybe in the skull, I don't see where this could be a mirror near as much as this one could.
Yeah, he did a really good job with all the black paint that he put into it. The black paint really separates the gold from the design, so you're able to see what you're looking at a lot better. The only thing that Stephen Hammer actually pointed this out to me was on the original Smoking Skull, the snakes were not painted. The snakes were left without paint. Me being a contrast guy, I'm glad.
Yeah, I was going to say, I kind of like the fact that
I love the fact that they're painted, just because it helps. It helps the eye break things apart and really tell you what you're looking at. So I'm glad they're painted, but on the original one, they were not.
No. So to go into some of the biggest cons, first, the biggest con right now for me is the strap. If you look at this, let me see if I can set this right. That's about right. That's how it's going to sit if you try to fold the straps and if you try to put it there. You know, that's a heck of a curve. But, you know, we'll go with that. That's it. All right, let's try to do this.
Real leather, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the difference between your simulated strap and your real leather strap. And to me, this is the way to go. I do love the fact that I got this belt, you know, because we've got Stone Cold's signature on it, and it's a display piece. But if I wanted a belt that I wanted to go out, this one right here, I could go out in the yard, raise it up like Stone Cold does.
Drink a beer.
Drink a beer, yeah, and I know that this would be all right. I just, look at that. Look at that. Nature Boy style right here. Stone Cold Nature Boy Rick Austin. There we go. I'm going to set this back down. That, to me, since we've entered into the kayfabe belts, once you go kayfabe, it's really hard to get a shop belt. Now you do, I don't know if you want to mention this or not, you've actually got a shop belt coming.
I do. I have the Rated R spinner.
But that's one, they haven't really hit that nail on the head yet in the kayfabe culture. You don't really get your big logos. Some people claim they have the real Universal belt, the real this. The closest you're going to get, aside from paying $5,000 to the Elite version, is your replica belt from WWE Shop.
Having it re-leathered.
Yeah, I mean, and re-stoned and,
yeah,
and all that. Other than that, I would not go bootleg makers with that. This right here, though, is perfect. I mean, and let's see how much, let's see if there's a difference in strap length. Whoops, sorry. There. This one may be a little bit longer. Not by much, but maybe
a half inch, if that.
Yeah.
One thing that I really like, and this is very, very small, but Wayne and I have talked about this plenty of times, and it really, really sticks out to me. The trademark stamp in the skull.
Yeah.
That's not here on this one, and I love that. I understand why they put it there, but I just don't like it. And that's just something personally for me. Like I said, the contrast in this belt with all the black paint that they put into it, absolutely amazing. I love this belt. I like this one, but I love this one.
Yeah, if you're going to get one or the other, you're going to get way better quality with this one.
And this one's cheaper.
Yeah. So, I'm trying to remember how much we paid for these. I can't remember if it was $3.29 or $3.99 for this one. I think it's dropped now that they've got the 5mm. But you're looking at, I think for the new 5mm, I think it's $3.99.
Yep.
I could be wrong.
I'm pretty sure that's what I checked it at. And that's without shipping and all that other good stuff.
Yeah, shipping, taxes. You're going to pay over $400.
This one, what it cost me, everything included, $350.
Yeah, I mean, you cannot. I mean, I'm looking at the skull right here, and there's, these actually look like fangs compared to these, these. So I'm loving everything about this belt. It's got a good weight to it. I mean, it's not too heavy and it's not too small. I'm glad you picked it up. I really want to show the backings on them. So this is your WWE Shop standard backing with the You've got your
property patch.
Yep.
I really like the fact that this one doesn't have it. Obviously, it wouldn't because it's not a WWE Shop belt. But I want you to look at the different color. So you have this snakeskin backing for the shop, and you almost have like this bronzed colored backing, which I absolutely love. Yeah, and there's no protruding screws. Everything's held in very securely. There are no breaks in the leather where the backing isn't attached to the leather. It's held together very, very nicely.
I'm really loving this too. I think that's the right color for the Smoking Skull. I'd have to go back and look. But to me, this color right here, this looks like an actual snake.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't see many white snake skins out in the wild. This actually looks really nice. I'm really digging this pattern, and I'm really digging this color. So, let me see if I can work on it here. So let's set this back down. All in all, if you want to go to the WWE Shop route, there is nothing wrong with it.
Absolutely
as far as, if you just want a piece to put on your wall, and that's what we mainly have. We have pieces to put on our wall. If you want to go the bootleg route, join some of these groups, find some of the makers that are trusted. Don't bother.
Do your homework.
Yeah,
if you need a message, you can message myself. You can message Wayne. Join Wrestling Review Society on Facebook, and if you're already a member, firsthand there are plenty of people in there who are more than willing to help you make a decision.
Yeah, I mean, we're not even a buy, sell, trade group.
No.
But there are people in there who they'll give you their opinions on what they think is best, what they think is worst, where to go. Now having belts with actual real leather, I feel so much better. Like when I walk outside and I transport them and everything, I feel way better because this folds perfectly and it doesn't take up as much space.
Yeah.
With this belt right here, it's got that stiff strap. You're taking, about that much space by about that much space. You set this down, you're taking this much space.
Yeah.
It's not really that much at all. You've got detail, you've got thick plates. Now, if you go the eBay route, you buy what you pay for.
You're rolling the dice.
Yeah, you buy what you pay for. This could be made of aluminum foil for all we know. That's why he said do your homework. But I'm really digging this belt. This is the first time I've actually been able to see this belt, and I'm impressed. I really am.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
I can't get over it. It's another thing that you're going to get with this one that's not on the WWE Shop. This one actually has 6 plates on it, to where the shop has 5. It has that additional property plate, and when Wayne does his magic and shows you the close-ups of each belt, you'll be able to see what we're talking about. But this one is a 6-plated belt, 4mm zinc, on real leather, amazing backing, no screws showing, floppy leather. You have tooling in the snap box. You have the clamshell tooling all down the strap. It's just a beautiful belt, and once again, I know I've said this plenty of times, but I cannot thank Stephen Hammer enough.
Yeah. So with that being said, you got anything else you want to say about this belt other than I really like this belt?
Not so much about the belt, but for all of our friends who watch our videos and who are a part of our groups and all that other good stuff, thank you so much.
Yeah.
There's always going to be people out there that why are you a wrestling fan? It's this, it's that. If it makes you happy, that's all that matters. We've recently had some things happen where people are being made fun of and stuff like that. There's no need for any of that. Don't let anybody try to down you for what you enjoy doing. There's guys like us who enjoy talking about wrestling. There's guys like us who love wrestling. And if you think there's not, go to Wrestling Review Society, and I promise you'll find about 1,500 people who are just as passionate about you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. We've got since we've been doing videos, we've hit our troll a time or two. We've had a couple of comments that kind of stung a little bit, but guess what? We can go into any group. We can go into our group. You can go into Brothers. You can go into Love Those Wrestling Belts. You can go
Memorabilia
into,
Club.
Yeah, Wrestling Memorabilia Club.
Championship Belt Brothers. The list goes on and on.
Yeah. You can go into any one of those groups. There's going to be somebody there to lift your spirits up. Even if it's unintentionally. Even if it's going on there and going, hey, I love that collection. Guess what? Your day just got made brighter.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, definitely.
The thing we really want you guys to understand, don't ever let anybody discourage you from what you love doing. And for us, that's sitting down, talking about wrestling belts, and helping and I know I speak for Wayne when I say this, the biggest compliment we have ever gotten is, I love your videos, it helped me make my decision on what belt. That means so much to us.
I still can't believe we get those. They pop up, actually, they've been popping up more and more lately. And it's an amazing feeling. The fact that, anybody can check out our videos and go, you know what, I want that belt. That's all we can ask for. We're going to keep giving you honest reviews, honest opinions, and hopefully we'll give you something cool to look at. So, I think that's all I've got, man. What about you?
The only other thing I'd like to say, if you want to know who this maker was, or you're thinking about getting a belt like this, you feel free to message either one of us, or go to Wrestling Review Society on Facebook, look up Stephen Hammer, and he can help you out with absolutely everything you need. So if you want to know more about this belt, like I said, feel free to message us. Thank you so much for following us on our YouTube page, our Facebook page, and we have just launched our Instagram page.
Yeah.
Wrestling Review Society 1. Apparently Wrestling Review Society was already taken.
We didn't go the Enzo route. You didn't do that for Enzo, because he's real one.
No. Apparently Wrestling Review Society was not available on Instagram, so I was like,
so whoever took our name...
we want it back, dang it.
You suck.
But Wrestling Review Society 1 on Instagram, and if you want to see any of your collection on the Wrestling Review Society Instagram page, feel free to send pictures to either one of us. We'll post it up there with a shout out to who the collection belongs to. We love seeing it, and we love putting it out there.
Yeah, that Instagram page, that is showing off everything. Your stuff, our stuff, their stuff, your stuff.
It's for everybody. So with that being said, guys, I'm good. Are you good?
I just want to say it feels good to be back.
Oh, it feels amazing to be back.
It feels good to actually get here. Our schedules have been so crazy lately. As soon as I got off work today, I messaged Big Kev right here. I'm like, hey, guess what? I got nothing going on today. And I said, I want to do some reviews. He goes, who's this? I was like, anyways,
it's been so long.
Yeah, new number, who dis?
But with that being said, we have a few more videos to put out for you guys. So we're going to get started on those.
Do the famous like, comment, and subscribe. And we will catch you guys down the road.
See you guys next time.